to our video cast. So I'm Astrid here.
I'm Amalia. We are from IPMI Executive MBA September 2002.
And this video is part of assignment in Influence and Negotiation course. It's a class facilitated by Professor Leonard Ong. Amel, so would you please share to our audience like where you were? So tell me about yourself a bit, like what do you like to do in your spare time? Give it a bit.
Okay, so for work, I'm a teacher. I'm a music teacher actually. What I'm busy working on is as a music teacher, of course, working on my students' composition, working on their performance, and my spare time are also working on my work as a music work, whether it's a producing music or playing guitar as my hobby. And yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. What about you, Astrid?
Oh, that's so cool! Yeah, we got some music producer here. Interesting. I mean, I don't get to know many musicians or music producers. So interesting. So about me a bit, yeah. So I work as a safety professional, occupational safety in corporations. So currently I work in a data center industry. So data center or cloud services, yeah. So it relates to IT, yeah, and or with AI, artificial intelligence, just like what we're about to discuss here.
Yes.
However, I myself is just a safety professional, so I'm not the expert on AI. I'm not good in programming, but I get friends who can do coding. I get friends
Coding.
there. Yeah. Well, thanks. So now you get to know both of us, and we'll move to the discussion of artificial intelligence implication or application in real life, and we want to share you our own experience. What we experience, how AI changed the way we work, or how the new technology, especially the recent 2 or 3 years, there has been a massive or exponential increase in technology, AI. So we'll start with Amel. She mentioned she's a not only teacher but also music producer. Maybe do you want to share? Can you share anything to our listener here?
Okay, that's right. So related to artificial intelligence in music, particularly in music, of course, AI implemented and have an impact to the music production. For example, before when we compose the music, since back then we writing music sheet, right? And then we use the real instrument. We try to produce chord, melody, and then develop it into a song, lyrics, so many components in the song, right? There's a lyrics, chord, melody, backing track, and then multiple instruments, maybe playing at the same time. But with AI, those things that before we maybe need more than one human to create many songs, because let's say I'm a guitarist, but I'm not a drummer. How can I add a drum? Let's say I don't understand what I compose. Okay, I can compose, but who can play it? I need a drummer, right? But these days, I can help to generate that. Let's say I'm tax, for example, where everyone knows ChatGPT these days, right? So if you put some things in the open source like that, ChatGPT, for example, and then wanted to make music, let's say put the theme, maybe jazz, I did the chord progression, and they give us the ideas of the chord, for example. Oh, this is the chord that you can use. Yeah, then it's still text, right? Yeah, it's still text.
I didn't know that.
Can, and then you will see that, oh, this is the chord. Even though let's say I'm not a jazz player, for example, and then this chord, that means this chord will, if I use this chord, then that means I will generate a jazz chord, even though I don't understand. And then, oh, should I pay someone to play it? And then after that, how about I move to another artificial intelligence? I put the chord to that one, and then that AI will play the music for me based on the chord that I put from ChatGPT, for example. And then there is a guitar, drum, everything's there. I put the chord, and then they give me the like an ideas of the song can be. It's auto generated, and then develop again. No, how can I make a lyrics? One of the AI music, let's say, there's so many. There's a BandLab. There's a website called BandLab, where before it's a digital audio workstation that Google Docs, right? Astrid, like
Yeah.
we share together. And this one is like Google Docs, but it's audio. So let's say you record something in vocal, and I will receive it at the same time if I have a good connection. And then now that BandLab AI, if I click that, they will go, do you want us to generate your lyrics? If we click yes, they will give us the lyrics that's suitable for the chords. Yes. So that's even the lyrics.
Wait. I have to stop you there. I need to just to make it clear. So are you saying that we can just put prompts in like ChatGPT, like in a text box, and the AI will help you to make the music, basically the chord, the lyrics. Just put the prompt like that.
Put the prompt, and then maybe I have this ideas.
Did you know?
Something? Yeah, continue the melody, and then it will help you give ideas. But of course, don't forget about you need to know what you want, right? Even though I will make it, but if you don't know what you want in music, what do you want to make? Is it music for advertisement? Is it music for ballet? Like if you don't know, the music will not go anywhere. I mean, just like that without meaning. But if I'm sure that I want to make this, and then the AI will actually help you. But yeah, there's plus minus about it. Well, that's for me so far that I'm working on. So I need to be careful, guys. Yeah,
Did you know? The audience? I don't think so. Yeah. You're opening like big secret, I guess, because I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty open with my students also that this happened and we need to follow. Now, you first, then. Back to you. What about
before that, I want to ask Amel. I want to ask. So, are you saying that currently, if that's the case, that will be a challenge for musicians? Like, you have to compete with this. When AI, like, can I say AI can replace the musician? What do you think, Amel?
In terms of job, as a musician, but depends on which part. But if you want like a music producer, I think I starting to replacing like. Well, no, actually, I'm the music producer, right? I'm producing with the help of AI. The one that got like raised maybe the number of musicians that I used supposed to pay to play my orchestra, for example. But I don't have to hire them anymore because I have this app, right? That's more like that. But the music producer is still there. And what else? If you want let's say you have a favorite artist, you still want them to perform, right? So this artist cannot be replaced, right? Because you want that icon to be there, so you can see them. But you're saying
the AI helps you instead, like it helps you to get your job.
If you making friends with the AI help you, but there is also must be some musician that will feel like insecure about this technology. Not just in music, maybe in arts, that you can just put text and then they will generate the painting, or they generate the concept of your design. There probably some artists that get insecure about it, of course, because it's like a plus minus and it's easy to replace. So you need to compete with machine. Like this AI is a result of many resources, many ideas for musicians around the world that is really also good, and they take your formula, put it in your song, combine, and then you put melody and make it yours. But of course, some musicians' job will be at risk if there's no regulation about it.
Oh, so it's well, that's very interesting. You even said we can just put prompts for design, for like art drawings or such, and they can give it to you. And you mentioned how they're very smart. You said like they compile all the information and they can make great things. So I mean, I'm like mind blown now. Like the competition is very high, but that's only from the art. Yeah, I would say, is it art or like musician? Yeah, from the
arts, music, arts, design. What else?
It's like visionary,
yeah, things that involve creativity, though. So that's what I can share about the implementing of AI in music industry and how it impact the musicians. What about you, Astrid? In your area, I know that you're not part of the IT department, you said, but I think you can share some experience that maybe you heard or how AI impact your work field.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'll share a bit of what I experienced myself. So, like you said, I'm not the programmer, but I do have programmers as my friends, my colleagues, at work. And just like you just share the fact that ChatGPT or those kind of open source AI, they can, with a prompt, they can create music and that. So turns out they just don't stop there. Can you believe that ChatGPT can create coding, programming coding? Do you know?
Coding?
Yes.
How?
Yeah.
Coding. So it's not only code. So in your field, there's also coding. They can crack your code. Okay, tell me more about it.
Smart. Yeah, this AI thing is so smart. So they literally can do codings. Like you can just put the prompt, please create the coding for, let's say, name the application, the language, the language coding language that you want to use, and they can generate it from you. For you, sorry. I don't say that they're 100% correct, but so I have an experience, but in real life. So I have a friend. So one of these jobs would include coding, programming, and at one time he wants just to put like it's like a plug-in coding. So it's a plug-in. So because he needs to make a prompt like a simple one, and he used ChatGPT, and he used it in his laptop from the company, right? Turns out our company, which is an IT company, has set a limitation, a restriction. So if we use ChatGPT for coding, specifically coding, it will send alert to the person and also the manager of that person, the direct manager.
What? They can do that? So is it the company set it up like that, or is it built in the chat?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask, but I believe it's from the company. Yeah. So
I think it's from the company.
I think so. So it's just they restrict it because of course coding is something that for IT company is a secret. Yeah. So they shouldn't expose it. Let's say if you put it in ChatGPT or open source AI, it means that we share it to the World Wide Web, right? And that will break the company's policy because it's a secret. So back to my friend, he used it for coding, and then he get a pop-up from the let's say the Chrome browser or what, saying that, hey, you're violating the company's policy, and this is sent to your direct manager and this and that. So then his manager also got the notification, and then the manager asked him for one-on-one meetings, to discuss his wrongdoing, I will say. So and I asked him. So I asked him like, did the ChatGPT work well for coding? And he said, yeah, it's smart. It's smart enough to make simple coding.
Oh, okay. So it works.
Yeah. So it means
coding works. Is it still work there?
So it means. Yeah, you're right, Amel. That's the point. So it means maybe in your future, ChatGPT can substitute the programmer, right? That can be very possible.
But I think it's funny that your friends did not realize that by generating the code using that one, it might, like, what is it called? Like just saying that this actually works, that this AI can replace my work because this coding work, and my company doesn't actually need me. It just needs this.
You're right. That's very true. And just like what Amel shared, like you shared, the fact that we still need someone to compose all the coding. I mean, even though ChatGPT can generate the
Right.
code, I don't think it can do like a, let's say 2 pages code. I don't think ChatGPT can do it. Not for now, yeah. So
For now.
but I see it like AI will help the programming world. It make it easier for the programmer, right? So it still need one, maybe
Oh,
a task that probably needs like 3 programmer. Now you can have like one. So it means that
get faster.
it reduce the. You can see it 2 ways, yeah. You can see it reduce the
Because
burden or
okay.
replace the person.
Perspective. Different
Yeah,
perspective.
different perspective. Uh,
Oh, coding guys.
yeah, that's
Coding.
interesting. Are
You
you
still wanna
programmer maybe?
are you a musician?
Our
You
audience
still
here?
wanna
I think if they are programmer, listen to us. They already know and they already tried. I think so, Amel. They already
Right.
tried.
They think they already tried. Once it pop up, like it's okay, it's a good idea. Okay. That's fine.
So
Good to know. Info.
you also mentioned, so from me, I work in IT, and you have shared your thoughts on AI impact to industry that you know well, which is music industry. But
Yeah.
the other thing, you also work in education industry. So
Yep.
maybe what do you think? What is the implication of AI in your current job? Do you use it?
Yes. We're pretty open with the breakthrough of AI. We're not hiding it from the students. We're embracing it. Like well, they're gonna find out anyway, right, guys? You found it. I know you know. Talking to my students, I know you know. So we're not hiding it from from our students. Like it's impacting also the teachers also using it to make us to make our task simpler. Being a teacher is not only teaching, right? There's an admin to do, there's a lesson plan, there's a attendance, there's so many things that we need to get done, ideas for concerts, and we need to match with the standard. And having AI, one of the things that in education can do, can be useful for us, is that helping us do it faster when matching the standard. We use many standard, right? There's a national standard, international standard, this curriculum demand this part. That if we put all of the data, and then the AI will help us to give us ideas like suggestion, which lesson that's suitable. No, sorry, which standard can relate to one another, and which activity that because it's many, right? We're in Indonesia, but since it's international school, we need to also follow the international standard, and there's another standard that as a teacher, we of course know how to do it, but it just help us to make it faster, to connect which standard can be connect to which one, and then it can help us to deliver the students in a creative way, like that. But again, yes.
Yeah, can I ask? Did you say so previously? Maybe someone has to read all the standard and then try to find which one relate, and now you just click, and you can get it. Like
we put all the standard. Right? So you can imagine that there is like a platform when you put all the standard, and then it will help you. Well, by using it, I will help you. But again, we need to put I'm gonna make this unit. Let's say about. The goal is that the students can produce a music using the music scales from Gregorian era. Whoa. And then standard and then they will help us to this one suit this standard, this one suit this standard. They will help us to develop ideas, and then this material is so hard, and then maybe I can also help us. How about you start with this stuff to these kids, or also differentiation. Let's say I have like a student in the class that different from the other one, like this one is too advanced for the class, or this too for this topic, or this one, and then we can help us have this student who's too advanced for the different from the entire class, and then how can I make separate assessment for this one, for example. like that.
So
Or
they can assess the students. Yeah, they can recognize
yeah,
the level of the
yeah,
students like that. Like
class we put
yeah.
like we have the student with yeah, and then can you give ideas how to differentiate this topic? And then they will give us suggestion. But again, we are the one who know our student, right? So whether we use it or no, it's back to us. That's why that's the role of the teacher. Like they give us ideas and limits, but we will maybe give us like a idea that we never thought before, or push us to
Mm,
move forward. That these days, with the especially with the AI, we cannot just give students multiple choice or like essay or this
yeah.
like a writing paper because they're gonna use AI to create it for them, right? No matter how hard we try to check, and then we I don't know, there's so many. Like even let's say Grammarly is also an AI. Like how do we know that that students work or no? It's back to the teacher, of course. But we cannot claim that oh this work is so good. Is you making it, but it's offended, right? Maybe our
Oh yeah.
students be making it, right? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Gitu. And but um, there's also we're talking that's a positive and negative. Like if back to music teacher, it will also remove some subjectivity. Let's say I want to
Oh,
have
for the
make a
assessment, yeah. Like assessing
assessment,
the students.
assessment.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna make a
Mhm.
concert, for example, and then the students need to be placed in certain level or certain band. And then if we have a system or a platform that students always put their work, right? Since COVID, like they have this habit to put the work online, like evidence. I need evidence. Are you
Oh
making
yeah.
video or making this music or no? We need to put evidence. So the more students put evidence, then the machine know that Astrid
Knows
uh,
better, yeah.
at this level, and then when we generate the concept, and then I said, make this. I need choir, sopran, alto, tenor, bass, and then the one to that decide which student to go to alto, and let's say this vocal student, tenor. It's not the teacher anymore. It would be the AI based on
Mm.
the data that the students put throughout the week. I mean, every week they put something. And then I know, okay, for this concept, hey, Astrid is the soprano, Amalia is alto. It will
Wow.
remove the subjectivity from the teacher. As, oh, this is my favorite student, for example. I'm gonna
Ooh,
put it in soprano. So that's not that anymore. So it will be purely evidence based for this.
evidence based, yeah.
Evidence based assessment. It's not about the feelings, not about that. And then
But
back
not
again.
the attitude. But that's a good point that you mentioned. I mean, even though it's rationalized the assessment or the grading,
Mm-hmm.
it's a challenge to know whether the student itself use AI to submit the
Oh,
the test. Right?
you made me questioning now.
Right? Like maybe the one who's very advanced, like they just know a better AI or like know how to utilize it better compared to the others, or in especially because you're in music, right? Like I don't know, like originality it's something or creativity because you don't someone who doesn't use the AI probably will produce something less, but it's like original actually. But yeah, in
Okay,
a way to see it.
I actually have like tips to give because back again I said I'm open with AI, right? So
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I actually I made an assessment about composition, for example. That there's a rule in the assessment for the formative assessment. You are allowed to use 50% of AI.
Oh,
So there's a rule about that. And then when we come to different level, and then summative 30% maximum until they become the next level, and then until zero AI, for example, if we need zero AI, or if I don't mind, I just okay maximum 20% AI. So
oh.
it's very transparent. Like they don't have to hide from me because I'm allowing them to gather ideas. The positive one is that before they only play, oh, I know C, A minor, G doesn't. But by using I give them a chord that they probably can think of with numbers E minor, 9, like that. And then they won't, I mean, like whether they like it or not, but because the result is good, I want to have a good score from Miss Amalia, and I'm going to use the chord. That means they're learning the chord, right? So I'm not
Oh,
the, yeah, but
So
they
they're
don't.
pushing that age, right? Going
Yes,
there.
going there. So we're making AI as our bestie instead of our enemy. If I treat them no AI like from the beginning, they're gonna use it anyway. But if I put it there very transparent that you are allowed to use AI, why? And then they were like, "What? Then how are you gonna score me? Your creativity, your melody." And so we have very clear rubric that AI for this, for that, so they can't lie. You can't lie to me, I know.
If any is Miss Amalia students here, cannot lie.
I know.
Well, Amel, I want to say I like that the fact that you embrace it, especially in education, because like you say, we have to adapt, right? Adapt with it instead of making that's an enemy, right? But we have to embrace it, right? What do you think? Do you have any thoughts like whether we have to say no to it? I think it's pretty clear, like we have to embrace, right? You think so?
For me, yeah. Well, it depends on everyone. I mean, everyone we can have different opinion, but uh, I'm not against it. So just adapt. It's hard because, well, even as a teacher or as a musician, you need to adapt and you need to change the way you work. Whether as a teacher or as a musician, you need to change the way you work. Uh, if I can bang the guitar and then I can play, but the musician can do it too. So I need to be different. Like it's forcing me to do something new. But
Yeah.
what do
I
you
want
think?
to share my thoughts
Hmm.
on that too. Like, I think, oh yeah, I want to embrace it because I'm helped by it. Like I say, for example, like AI technology with I will just mention like Gojek, Grab, like it helps me a lot. Like GoFood. So I think there are of course downside on it, yeah, with this AI, with this technology advancement. But instead of making it enemy, it's the path that we need to take is to regulate to make it balance, yeah, with all everyone's need. So it means like, let's say like Gojek case. At first, there are many protests on it, right? Because the fare was too cheap, or this or that. The taxi drivers were not happy with the situation. So the government has to jump in and regulate the what do we call it? Online transport, yeah, the
Yeah,
online transport,
every
Gojek, Grab.
something needs some regulation.
Yeah, if they don't come with regulation, it may lead to chaos, yeah, actually, Amelia.
Remember the first time internet coming and then everyone starting using it and it's like boom. I was in forgot that not
Mm.
middle school. I mean like when I was in high school or college. I forgot. Well back then everyone's using it and then we're as the well I know that Western countries have that first before us, but when we receive that it's already so many things happening in the internet, right? As the country that has that receive it, we can say it late, right?
Like that.
Late, like video call. But so when we enter there, it's in Indonesian, it's it's already many things there, and uh, you know that it's only 10% of World Wide Web that we can access. That is safe one, but the 90% we call it dark web, right? So
Oh
same like
yeah, you're right.
right? So it's many scary things out there, and the children can access it. Same like AI now, the children can access it. If you talk about the bad things that the viral now is the deep fake um that we can use a picture of a child and then change it into the adult. With so many things that copy the voice. What is artificial intelligence though? Like you're in data safety. You can. I'm gonna ask you more about data leak after this. But um, if the simple digital can leak, imagine that it's artificial intelligence of yourself out there. That if you're not regulating it, you have another you in the internet that have same security number, same ID, knows your ID. It's you, but it's in digital version. It's your artificial intelligence. And if we do not regulate that kind of stuff, maybe you're gonna be even darker than the dark web because it's not
Wow.
us. But yeah, I know. What do you think, Astrid? Especially in we know that so many case happens about data leak, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you
Well, I will
basically?
chip on that. Yeah. If we don't, let's say, if we don't regulate it, what will happen, right?
Yeah,
You have mentioned some, yeah, some items there. Uh, the fact that AI here is very smart, is very exponential. Yeah, it may be our next industrial revolution. Maybe it can be our 5.0 is in front of the eye. So, like you said, we have shared to you guys like how powerful AI. Let's say the open source like ChatGPT. If we imagine if it is used for the wrongdoings, let's say in this term I'm talking about data privacy. Yeah, uh, people who can use the AI to 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 go intrusive or to take data breach, meaning that they take data that's supposedly be private. Let's say like hackers, if you know. Uh, there's a news recently. There's a rumor saying that there has been data leaks in our like BPJS or from even from Cominfo, which was
Oh,
very disturbing. Yeah, because Cominfo is our the highest. I will say it's vital protection to this country. Can you imagine? We're like we have so many people population. We're Indonesia 2023. It's the fourth most populous country in the world. So many people here, and we got like people power. I will say the data that is, let's say, leaked, it can be used for many purpose. It can be used to people power because we're not just talking about data privacy like a bank account. That's one thing. Yeah, bank account like people can hack it and then use it to get to your money bank account. But other than that, those data privacy can be used for other social engineering. Let's say we're about to have the presidential election, right? By having personal preference, let's say I myself use my social media, right? They can see what I see. They can know the algorithm. They know the pattern. What I open, what I like to see, what I like to watch, and they can get to the things that I love, and then give the marketing or like president. I'm talking about president election, right? So they can campaign there like that, and then lead it to, or give like even spread hoax
propaganda.
through the social media. So it's a form of social engineering as well. So many things that can be, if I will say, destructive if artificial intelligence is not regulated wisely. Right. So that's my 2 cents on this. And maybe Amel, maybe you can share to our audience here a bit about the impact. You're from you share a lot about musician, and I'm so thrilled to hear that because I didn't know that AI is that powerful in music. Maybe what do you think the downside, or like what can happen if the AI not regulated to, like, let's say, to music industry? What would be the impact?
In music industry, the impact that can be bad. The bad impact if is the AI is not regulated is about the copyright. You know that if you're using fully AI, like 100% AI to generate your
Mm-hmm.
work, whether it's music or it's visual, you cannot copyright that work because that's not your work, even though you're the one who composed it by text. So you need to make your own originality still. But not many people know that. You can just making music from AI, and then if you remember NFT, for example, making the music
Oh
generated.
yeah,
And
NFT.
remember that Sam
Yeah.
NFT. I don't know. Well, in the beginning, it's kind of easy to sell something, right? When it's NFT coming, and then I'm making music, and then I upload, someone buy, that's it, right? My own. But I think these days not that easy because people will check whether it's generated or not. And
Mm.
um, about plagiarism also. Well, the things like that we need to regulate it. Like if you say that, oh, copyright maximum 4 bars, then we stick to 4 bars. And if you use more than that, that means you do the plagiarism. I also
So
maybe, yeah, for like my assessment before, right? maximum 30% of AI. I think we need like a measurement in terms of music or art, that if we're allowing it, how many percent that the artist can claim that it's theirs. Like you wanna make
Oh,
cover design, right? So I think because you ask, that means you also don't know, right? Whether can I publish it? That means there's a lack of regulation, whether we should publish it or not as our own. I think that's important.
so
So
it's not regulated there.
I
Hmm.
think there's some regulation, but I think not the how we need to make it more, what is it, yeah? Like how to
Like more
socialize to people
precise.
that this is, you need to do it. You need to do it like this.
Yeah,
If
enforcement, the enforcement
you want to
probably.
sell your song, yeah, if you want to sell your song, that means you need to have, let's say, maximum 20% of I help, or we make it. It doesn't matter how many, but we need to have one voice. So the one that we talked before, that the job at risk or someone that insecure, have like some peace in mind that, oh, at least if the let's say government or the regulation said that the musician can only use 20% of AI, that means 80% of originality, right? So they still so secure.
Yeah, yeah, because
50,
it's already
yeah,
regulated. Yeah.
yeah, as long as as long as everyone have one voice, I think that's
Ah,
about how many percent that you,
so that
until you see that it's yours, or you can
yeah,
publish it, right? You can sell it, you
yeah,
can make money out of it. That, I think that's
yeah. So
my.
that, that's a recommendation from us. Yeah, how to regulate. Let's say. So Amel basically saying that it should be regulated.
Regulated
More. I mean, regulated more precise, like how many percent. So deeper or
measurement.
like yeah,
Yeah, measurement.
more descriptive. Yeah, more descriptive. So it won't be gray for people who work. So I think we come to our discussion. This is very informative. Yeah, I'm very happy listening to you. I hope you do too. You do too,
Yeah.
or my audience, our audience. So we were saying that by the end of this sharing, I guess we come to conclusion that even though AI has so many positive impacts to our world, but it also comes with, of course, the downside. Yeah, the upside and downside.
Yeah.
Job security, I will say we highlight a lot on that. Plagiarism, sorry, copyright, also data privacy and job security. Those are the things that we address. And like Amel said, it's about embracing the AI and regulate it in a descriptive, or like make it more clearer, like how many percentage can we accept with AI, or how many, let's say, for job
You,
security. To finish my just completing my this comment, let's say for musician, Amel said how many percent can be composed from AI, the rest it has to be from themselves, like, right? That's the take. You want to add, Amel?
yeah, I think that just the regulation will also help to prevent any things that we don't want, like how many development that the societies needed about AI. Maybe they already develop AI like more advanced that we know, but I think before they give it back, I mean the research they give us, the research like when they give ChatGPT, I think you need to make sure that the society are ready to accept that, uh, because it's gonna be global, not just, oh, we're gonna distribute this only in the Western area. No, it's internet era. Everyone can access it. So maybe make it ready and regulated before releasing any new advancement of AI will be helpful for the society also. So we are ready for the negative side of it, so not only the positive side. I think that's what.
All right, so we've come to the conclusion. It was so much fun to talk with
Bye-bye.
you. I hope you guys also enjoy it, and thank you for listening.
Remember to make AI as your bestie rather than your enemy.
Regulate the AI, do not hate it.
Bye.
Bye.